Video game industry rumors are a funny thing, capable of inspiring hope as much as vitriol. The credibility of leakers, the volatile nature of development, the constant shifting of schedules, especially in the past year, means that rumors can be harder to trust than ever. Then again, the appeal of a rumor, especially when it's for a long-awaited title, remains enticing. So let's take a look at 15 big games rumored to be in development. Remember to take all of these with a grain of salt, even if they're from respectable sources. So sit back and have fun. Before we go ahead, please consider subscribing to our channel. We upload new videos every single day and your support really helps us out. With that out of the way, let's start. Silent Hill reboots. The Silent Hill reboot saga has only gotten stranger in the past year or so. Originally, rumors claimed that Konami was working with SIE Japan Studio on a reboot that would be exclusive to the PS5. With the lack of announcements or updates, however, it felt like a pipe dream. This past February, developer BLOODBORNE team spoke about how they'd been developing a horror game for more than a year with a very famous gaming publisher. Video Games Chronicle reported that Konami had been shopping the franchise around over the years and that a prominent Japanese developer is currently working on a reboot. This doesn't mean BLOODBORNE team isn't working on its own Silent Hill, but having two reboots isn't entirely out of the question. As for the first title, a reveal is apparently coming this summer, so there's that to look forward to. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Marvel's Spider-Man ended with the tease of a full-fledged sequel. Roughly 2 years later though, we got Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, with Insomniac going back and forth on it being an expansion. It finally settled on it being a full game, but on a smaller scale to its predecessor. Once again, the title ended with another tease. So what's going on? Various leakers have come and gone, all proven false on what Marvel's Spider-Man 2 could offer. Even actor Yuri Lowenthal, who voices Peter Parker, told comicbookmovie.com that he doesn't know what's going on and that he keeps waiting for my phone to call. For now, it seems to be in the works, but how far along remains to be seen. Gears 6. With how Gears 5 ended, it's somewhat a given that Gears 6 will be coming. In October 2019, art director Arian Hanbeck mentioned it briefly on the podcast What's Up Conversations, discussing the aesthetics for the TV show called The Handmaid's Tale. He said, "I've been telling the artist nonstop to go watch Handmaid's Tale. The composition, the color, and just the cinematography and symbolism is just off the charts." So I watched that and I'm like, we gotta go find a way to get more of this stuff in Gears 6. Though the studio's founder, Rod Ferguson, jumped ship to Blizzard to work on the Diablo franchise, the coalition continues to update Gears 5 multiplayer and has even assisted with Halo Infinite. But that doesn't mean that other projects couldn't be in the works. All that's left to do is wait for official confirmation and then wait some more for a release. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2. While there haven't been tons of rumors surrounding the same, it seems a given that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will have a follow-up. The original saw over 10 million players within its first 4 months of launch, and EA CEO Andrew Wilson said outright last year that this was the beginning of a new franchise. There's also a job listing from December 2019 for a senior software engineer, which sought those with a passion for Star Wars and working on a third-person adventure title. Curiously enough, the parts about Star Wars and third-person adventure have since been removed from the listing. Suspicious? Probably, but if Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 releases this year, then a reveal in May in celebration of May the 4th, or the next EA Play Live could be on the cards. Titanfall 3. Rumors for Titanfall 3 have been circulating for some time, with the latest being in September 2020. This is when Data Miner noted that Titanfall 3 is in the works, though we're yet to see any substantial evidence. Never say never though. Life is Strange 3. Life is Strange often receives rumors here and there. At one point, a sequel to Before the Storm was even rumored. That didn't come to pass, but one rumor on Reset Era seems to hold some water. It discussed Life is Strange 3, a 5-episode sequel that's also being referred to as Life is Strange True Colors. Apparently starring a new character named Alex, her ability involves reading minds, with various characters having different colors representing their emotions. What's interesting is that the leaker in question provided some material that supports their claim to know about Life is Strange 3, as per the forum's admin. Every detail couldn't be verified, and eventually, the user requested the info to be removed and the thread locked, so it's hard to really say. But there could be something there. Saints Row 5. The Saints Row franchise has kind of been on ice since Saints Row Gat Out of Hell released in 2015, a spin-off Agents of Mayhem released in 2017. Koch Media CEO Klemens Kundratitz said the company would talk more about Saints Row last year, but obviously that didn't happen. There is something in the works though. When rumored leaks emerged on the sequel, Deep Silver PR manager Alex Q. Ryan clarified that the information was false. And while no other details could be shared at the time, he did say, "I definitely can't wait to share what's next for Saints. Something is going on, and while it may be taking some time, some kind of announcement this year, even a teaser of sorts, could be coming." Street Fighter VI. The past 5 years have been rather hard for the Street Fighter franchise, with Street Fighter V launching in a middling state and having to claw its way up to acceptance. Aesthetic Gamer on Twitter, who's provided numerous leaks on the Resident Evil series, noted in August 2020 that the next mainline Street Fighter was originally supposed to launch this year. However, internal criticism resulted in director Yoshinori Ono being removed from the project, and he's since left the company. A new director is in charge, and as per Poke Protos on Twitter, it's apparently coming to Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC, along with Xbox One and PS4, breaking the previous title's console exclusivity. An announcement this year, perhaps near the end, would make sense, and we could see Street Fighter VI sometime in 2022. Ghost of Tsushima 2. Sucker Punch's open-world action-adventure has been a huge success, that too at the tail end of PS4's run. So like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2, it only makes sense that a sequel could potentially be in the works. Neither the developer nor Sony declared a sequel to be coming, but a recent position for combat designer at the studio says that one must have played Ghost of Tsushima and understand its core combat systems. If this isn't an outright sequel, it could be a follow-up on the scale of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, telling a shorter story in the same world, but with some new locations and content. It wouldn't be a new strategy for Sony at this point, and may even provide some impetus for a Ghost of Tsushima remastered on PS5 to package with it. Bloodborne Remaster. Ever since Bloodborne launched on the PS4 in 2015, there have been numerous requests for something. A sequel, a remaster, an update for the frame pacing, anything. Last year saw no shortage of rumors on the apparent PC version, with one stating that QLOC and Bluepoint Games were co-developing it. In August 2020, as per PC Gaming Inquisition on YouTube, a big PC playtest apparently had taken place, and it noted that a reveal shouldn't take too long since work on the remaster is more or less done. In September 2020, Red Gaming Tech also noted that the remaster was real and features additional content. Several talents have left SIE Japan Studio in recent months, including Bloodborne and Demon's Souls producer Teruyuki Toriyama, and the company reorganized the developer to focus more on Asobi Team. Meanwhile, there's been no official confirmation or denial of a Bloodborne remaster. The wait continues as usual. New Metal Gear Solid. Those same sources that spoke about Konami outsourcing Silent Hill to other developers, they've noted plans to do the same for Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid. This doesn't mean any sequels are currently in the works, but VGC's Andy Robinson stated that the timeframe given was somewhere between 2 to 4 years in the future. Seeing the next Silent Hill finally materialize would help give credence to this. In the meantime, we continue to wait for the return of Solid Snake. Next, Splinter Cell. In terms of seemingly cursed franchises, Splinter Cell has to be near the top of the list. Sam Fisher has been in Rainbow Six Siege, is coming to an Oculus VR title, and even has a Netflix anime in works, but no true video game sequel. Throughout the years, we've heard about how Ubisoft is interested in bringing back the series in a big way. Luca Ward, who provided the Italian dub for Fisher in several titles, said in an interview with multiplayer.it that a new title is in the works but has been delayed to 2021. As always, we'll see if that's the case when Ubisoft Forward events return this year. For now, Fisher remains as elusive as ever. Resident Evil 4 Remake. Of the many games rumored on this list, the Resident Evil 4 Remake is probably the least iffy. Due to the major Capcom leak last year, the title was more or less confirmed to be in development. Previous rumors noted that M2, which developed Resident Evil 3 Remake, was leading development. However, VGC reported this past January that the project had been overhauled due to disagreements between the studio and Capcom on its direction. Development is now apparently being led by Capcom's Division 1, and it will be released by 2023. Again, Capcom hasn't officially confirmed the remake's existence, and numerous reboots and delays aren't exactly new for the franchise. It may take a while to be officially revealed, but for the most part, the remake appears to be on its way. Sony Ben's new game, Possibly Days Gone 2? Days Gone was a decent PS4 exclusive, and though it wasn't an open-world zombie revolution everyone was expecting it to be, it had its fans. Back in April 2020, Sony Bend was hiring a rigging technical artist whose job description mentioned cinematic quality facial articulation and a senior audio programmer who will develop 3D audio. We're not exactly sure what this new game is about, but given that Days Gone ended on a cliffhanger and Sony supported the IP with a PC release soon, it's safe to assume that Days Gone 2 may very well be on its way to the PS5. Forza Horizon 5. While Microsoft has officially confirmed the next Forza title from Turn 10 Studios, it didn't really provide a release date. Strange as it sounds, we could see the next Forza Horizon release before then. On the Xbox Empire podcast in November 2020, Jeff Grubb from GamesBeat said that Forza Horizon 5 could launch this year. Development has apparently been going well with Playground Games ready to release the sequel before Turn 10 Studios next. Though the developer is busy working on the next Fable, it's currently being developed by its second team, which has been expanded over the years. So the main team could very well be developing Forza Horizon 5 in parallel. And that brings us to the end of the video. A quick request before we conclude. We upload new videos every single day, and if you like what we are doing, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. Also, do not forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon so you can receive daily video updates. Thanks for watching.